Imagine a garden, neglected and forlorn, suddenly bursting into a vibrant, blooming paradise. Picture a space once overgrown with weeds now transformed into a lush oasis teeming with life and color. It's a journey from desolation to rejuvenation, a testament to the power of nature and your nurturing hand. It's about bringing life back to a space that was once forgotten, making it bloom with possibility and promise. Are you ready to embark on a journey of garden revival? Let's dive in. First, take a good look at your garden. Observe the space, the soil, the lighting. Let's delve into why these observations matter. You see, every garden is unique, and understanding its unique characteristics is key to its revival. Start with the soil. Is it sandy, loamy, or clayey? Each type has its own set of needs and will guide your choice of plants and soil amendments. Next, assess the amount of sunlight your garden receives. Is it bathed in full sun, partial sun, or mostly shade? This will influence the type of plants that will thrive in your garden. Don't forget about the existing plants. Are there any that could use a bit of TLC or any that are beyond rescue? Remember, reviving a garden isn't about starting from scratch, but about working with what you have and enhancing it. Understanding your garden is the first step towards its revival. So, let's roll up our sleeves and begin this journey of transformation. Roll up your sleeves, it's time to get dirty. Clearing the debris is the first hands-on step in the process of reviving a neglected garden. This step is all about making room for new life, so let's get to it. Start by removing any trash or non-organic debris that may have accumulated over time. Be sure to wear gloves for safety and use a rake to gather up fallen leaves and branches. Next, it's time to tackle the dead plants. Uproot them carefully, making sure to remove as much of the root system as possible. This helps to ensure that your new plants will have all the room they need to grow. Dispose of the debris responsibly, either by composting it or taking it to a green waste facility. Remember, even in its decay, nature is resourceful, turning the old into nourishment for the new. With the debris cleared, your garden is ready for the next phase. The foundation of a thriving garden lies in its soil. Indeed, soil is more than just dirt. It is a living, breathing ecosystem that needs care and attention. Preparing your soil is a three-step process: testing, amending, and tilling. First, we test. Knowing your soil's pH and nutrient levels is crucial. You can use a home testing kit or send a sample to a lab. This will tell you what your soil needs. Next, we amend. Based on your test results, you may need to add organic matter like compost or manure, or perhaps a specific fertilizer. This enhances the soil's fertility and structure. Finally, we till. Tilling breaks up compacted soil, allowing roots to penetrate more deeply. However, be cautious not to over-till, as it can harm the soil's structure. Remember, good soil health is vital for plant growth. It's the invisible hero behind every lush, vibrant garden. Well-prepped soil paves the way for a flourishing garden. Choosing the right plants can make or break your garden revival. It's not just about picking the prettiest blooms. You've got to consider the light your garden gets, the type of soil you have, and your personal preferences. Let's start with light. Some plants love basking in the sun all day, while others prefer a shady retreat. Observe your garden throughout the day to understand where the sun hits and where shadow lurks. Next, consider your soil. Is it sandy, clay-like, or loamy? Different plants thrive in different soil types. If you're unsure, a simple soil test can tell you what you're working with. Lastly, think about what you love. Are you drawn to vibrant colors, or do you prefer a more subdued palette? Do you want a low-maintenance garden, or are you up for the challenge of more demanding plants? A pro tip: opt for native plants. They're adapted to your local climate and tend to be more resilient. The right plants will ensure your garden thrives in all seasons. Planting is more than just digging a hole and dropping in a seed. Imagine yourself as an artist, and the garden is your canvas. The seeds, seedlings, or mature plants are your paints, and the way you plant them is your brushstroke. Yes, each plant is a masterpiece waiting to happen, and it all begins with the right planting technique. First, let's talk about seeds. You must consider the depth of the hole you dig. As a rule of thumb, it should be approximately twice as deep as the seed's diameter. Too shallow and the seed may not germinate. Too deep and the seedling might struggle to reach the surface. Next, we have seedlings. Seedlings are young, delicate, and require a gentle touch. Start with a hole that's wider and deeper than the root ball of the seedling. Place the seedling in the hole gently, ensuring the top of the root ball is level with the soil surface. Then fill the space around the root ball with soil, pressing gently to eliminate air pockets. Now, if you're planting mature plants, the process is a bit different. Dig a hole that's twice as wide and just as deep as the plant's root system. Position the plant in the hole, making sure the top of the root system is level with the ground, then backfill with soil, firming it gently around the plant. Regardless of what you're planting, always remember to water after planting. Watering helps settle the soil around the roots and reduces transplant shock in seedlings and mature plants. But be careful not to overwater. Overwatering can lead to root rot and other diseases. Lastly, remember that each plant is unique. Some may require specific planting techniques or care. Always research each plant before you plant it. Knowledge is your best tool in gardening. With these planting techniques, your garden will be set for success. Your once neglected garden will soon be a vibrant, thriving space filled with life and color. And the best part? You'll know that you brought it back to life through your hard work, patience, and love for nature. A garden's lifeblood is water, and its secret to longevity is maintenance. Now that we've planted our garden, it's time to talk about keeping it alive and well. Watering is crucial to the survival and growth of plants. However, it's not as simple as just dousing your garden with water. The frequency and technique of watering depend largely on the types of plants and the climate of your region. In general, it's best to water deeply and less frequently. This encourages the roots to grow deeper into the soil, making the plants stronger and more drought-resistant. Early morning is the best time to water as it reduces evaporation and helps the plants prepare for the heat of the day. Use a watering can or a hose with a shower nozzle to avoid damaging the plants. Moving on to maintenance, this is where regular pruning comes into play. Pruning helps to promote healthy growth and shape the plants. It's also a great way to control pests and diseases. The best time to prune varies depending on the plant, but generally, it's good to prune in late winter or early spring when the plants are dormant. Speaking of pests, they can be a real nuisance in the garden. But before you reach for chemical pesticides, consider organic methods. Companion planting, for instance, is a natural way to deter pests. This involves planting certain plants together that help repel pests. For example, marigolds are known to deter nematodes and other garden pests. Regular maintenance also includes keeping an eye on the health of your plants. Look out for any signs of disease or pests and take action early. A healthy garden is not just about looking good, it's also about creating a balanced ecosystem. Lastly, remember to be sustainable in your gardening practices. Compost your kitchen scraps to reduce waste and create nutrient-rich soil. Collect rainwater for watering. Every small step towards sustainability makes a big difference. And there we have it. With consistent watering and maintenance, your garden will not only survive, but thrive. Proper watering and maintenance will keep your garden vibrant and healthy. So let's get out there and give our gardens the love they deserve. You've learned the steps. Now it's time to bring your garden back to life. Let's revisit the journey we've embarked on together. We started by assessing the garden, taking in its current state, its potential, and identifying areas that required special attention. We then rolled up our sleeves to clear the debris, removing any obstacles standing in the way of our garden's revival. The next phase was all about preparing the soil, nurturing it back to health with essential nutrients to provide a fertile ground for our plants. Then came the exciting part, choosing the right plants. We considered factors like climate, sunlight, and the garden's overall aesthetic to pick plants that would thrive and add beauty to our garden. We also learned about various planting techniques, understanding the importance of correct planting depth and spacing to ensure our plants grow healthily. Then we delved into watering and maintenance, grasping the significance of regular care to sustain our garden's newfound vibrancy. Throughout this journey, we've seen the transformation of a neglected space into a thriving garden, a testament to the magic that patience, care, and a bit of hard work can create. The satisfaction derived from seeing a garden bloom, from witnessing the fruits of your labor, is indeed unmatched. With these steps, you're ready to transform your neglected garden into a blooming paradise. Start your garden revival journey today.